Hello, hi, my name is host Eric, and welcome to Talk with Famous People. And I am here tonight to talk with famous person Ken C. And Ken C says he has spoken with me in the comments before, but I have not yet spoken with him on voice speaking. So let's type in. I would like to begin with a different sort of question for you, Mr. Ken C. I want you to imagine that you are on a boat. It's a yacht. You're going on a tour around the world on this yacht. But unfortunately for you, a storm pops up and it crashes the yacht. Now on this yacht, you won this as a prize. There's it's a yacht full of nothing but buxom ladies and you. It's like a beer commercial prize or something. Okay, and so the storm crashes the boat and it's you and six buxom ladies and you're all stranded on a desert island. Now, one of the buxom ladies is very bossy, and she immediately tries to take charge of the whole group and starts telling you what to do. Um, my question to you is this: are you somebody who is going to accept the bossy person's bossiness, or are you going to say, "No, I'm going to be the boss here. You're not going to be the boss," or are you going to play it by ear, or what?
I'd probably be as assertive as I needed to be in order to keep things egalitarian. I mean, if that doesn't sound too, you know,
So
whimsical.
you'd enforce egalitarianism. But it turns out one of the other buxom ladies is super into following instructions. So she says, "No, we should just go along with her. She's the most bossy. We should just all listen to her. You stop making trouble, you."
But here's the thing: even with like, egalitarianism, you still have some sort of a subconscious hierarchy, typically, so you can just tell her to do things. I mean, yeah, I mean, not necessarily like orders, but you can give tasks. There's a way around this.
Okay. So so let's say the boss lady accidentally trips and she falls on some sharp coral and stabs herself and dies. Now it's you. You're the only boss left, and all the other buxom ladies are looking to you for instructions. Um, now you know that there's a yes, that was a quick and odd death. Um,
Are you sure it was an accident?
it was an accident. It was totally an accident. It was a crab. She tripped over a crab, so the crab could be held responsible in theory. Now, you know that you're not really in a common shipping lane, and that it may be at least 2 weeks before you can expect to see any sort of rescue. So, my question to you is, what's your top priority? Shelter, food, or water?
Well, probably water, I'd think, unless there were conditions on the island that made shelter absolutely necessary.
Hmm. Well, we know there are murderous crabs.
Well, that settles food.
Yeah, or you're gonna murder them back, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. So, anybody else have a question for Ken C? As I seem to have devolved into making silly jokes about the island. Nope. Yes.
After the bossy lady's gone, I think that's probably when I set up my religious cult, is my guess.
Oh, you're gonna make a
Maybe.
cult.
I don't know. I'd play it
Might
by ear. It
might
depends
as
on
well.
who fancy me.
Might as well. I think the five buxom ladies may be conducive to your charisma. We'll have to see. They may have NI in the fourth slot. Okay, so let me ask you then the question about feelings. Which of the following do you identify with more? Do you identify with the notion that they can take care of their own feelings? I'm worried about how I feel about this, or you identify more with the notion that I'm not fussy. I'm worried about them getting upset, so I'll be attentive to that kind of shit.
I'd prefer that things remain peaceful as far as me. I mean, it kind of depends. I don't think I'm too fussy, but try to just it's mainly peaceful. Like they can complain, but once it starts getting to where people are hurling rocks at each other, it becomes a problem.
Do you like spicy jalapeno as a flavor?
I like the idea of liking spicy food. I like it less when it's in my mouth.
Hmm. The idea of it, huh? Does the idea of spicy food have an idea of spicy flavor?
No, I guess it's more like a sort of its own culture that goes along with it.
Hmm.
There's an
Interesting.
allure to enjoying the spicy food. And then I bite into a banana pepper. I'm like, oh, I do the same thing with beer. I'll
Do
get
you
beer. I'm like, yeah, I'll drink that, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot tastes like piss.
do you have that general romanticism towards all forms of pain,
Uh,
like getting hit by a bus?
well, I don't. There's not really a whole lot of time for regret unless it wasn't going very fast. And there's a lot of time for regret.
I really want to join the cool kids who are getting hit by buses, but I don't know if I'm going to motivate out of the house. I'm really having a good time in front of the
See, the,
computer right
the
now.
problem is, even in that situation, I'd enjoy, or I mean, there'd be an allure to the idea of receiving that sort of pain, or receiving that sort of death potentially, but I'd want to also be around afterwards to observe the effects of it. I don't necessarily
Right.
like being sort of an outside witness to.
You find an odd sort of thing alluring. Most people wouldn't refer to getting hit by a bus as alluring.
What's not my first choice?
Right, okay, it's not your first choice. Good. I'm glad. Okay, so let me see what other questions I have for you. Are you somebody who finds it difficult to decide which of a set of possible options is the best choice to take action upon?
Yeah, without a doubt. Sometimes I'll just choose something because I feel like there's no correct option, or there's just too many things that can have enough information.
They're called upon to break down a task into a bunch of steps for somebody. Would you find that easy or difficult? And then as a separate question, boring or interesting?
Well, to sort of answer both questions, it would depend entirely on the task and on who I was instructing.
You're not instructing them directly. You're having to write down a series of steps to do something such as explain to a client why they can't get their money back as a set of conditionals. Well, if they want their money back because of this, then blah, 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 blah.
Okay. See, now, the way my brain operates is I'm thinking to myself, okay, what exactly are the reasons why they can't have their money back? Am I giving them bullshit reasons why they can't have their money back, or is there a plausible reason why they can't have their money back?
Well, that would be up to you.
Okay.
You have to find out what the plausible reasons are. Then you're giving plausible reasons. No
If I
matter
could find the plausible reasons, I would try to break it down into details. I'm not sure that breaking it down into details would be all that enjoyable.
do you feel stressed or anxious about the unexpected hitting you? Said somebody. Who said that? It was Kit Kats.
Was that the fear, force, stress of the unexpected? I both. I mean, yeah. Short answer, yes. I don't like the idea of unexpected things. I prefer to plan for stuff.
Do all of your dreams occur on low terrain?
All my dreams occur on low terrain.
If you had to
So,
pick
like
one terrain on which all your dreams would occur, would it be high, medium, or low?
We're talking about physical terrain within the dream.
I don't know.
It
It
varies.
was a
It
question that
honestly,
not host Mark asked.
it it honestly varies. Sometimes I'll have dreams where I'm flying. Other times I'm, on the ground. There was one particular one where I was on a rooftop. There were two grizzly bears up there, and I had to choose whether or not I was going to get mauled to death by two grizzly bears or dive off the building. Uh, that was probably my most memorable memory from being 5 years old.
And then you kicked both the bears' asses, or what?
No, I dived. I had one of those cool experiences where you wake up just before you hit the ground and you actually felt like you fell into your bed.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe other people don't think that's cool, but
I used to have it all the time, but I haven't had that in a long time. I wonder if you just kind of grow out of it or what.
I think as you grow up, depending on how interesting your life is, I think the more mundane stuff you do, the more mundane your dreams get.
How awful do you find riding the bus?
Well, I try to avoid it, so if I were to, I'd say pretty awful. I mean, not super super awful. It's just again, it's that whole unknown thing. There's unknown elements, unknown people getting on the bus. I suppose if it were a routine that I was used to, I'd become more calm with it.
Do you feel as though you read other people's emotions well and can anticipate or understand, not anticipate, but can understand in a given social setting what's going on emotionally?
No.
The short answer would be I feel like I'm horribly out of sync with people, and a lot of times I'm just shooting into the wind as to what they're feeling.
Okay, well, I'm highly confident that you're an INTP.
Me too.
Alright.
It,
He likes planning stuff though. He likes like a scheduled plan.
I don't know how much this would have to do with it, but my best friend, we've been best friends for about 16 years. I think he's probably an INTP.
See, okay, are you going to tell me you're an INFJ?
I honestly don't know if I am.
Because then, if you are, then you were lying in that last question you answered.
How's that?
If you okay, well you might okay. I guess you weren't lying about it because you said I feel like I'm spitting into the wind, but nobody else perceives you like that.
Really?
If you're an I'm quite you now. I'm pretty increasingly sure that's what you are, because
An INFJ.
you think he's an INFJ.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what you see. You fooled me with your last answer.
See, yeah, well, the problem is, I think when I did the Enneagram, I've typed as sometimes it's like a 6, so I don't know if there's like a lot of doubt or something that.
Well, you're a worrying INFJ.
I'm a doubter. For many years, I've seen people who are, very sure of themselves in their answers, like they'll quote unquote know something without necessarily being able to present facts. So, kind of.
When you were little, did the other children circle around you, point at you, and say, Doubting Thomas, as a way of teasing you?
No, I never got that one.
I wonder if that's ever happened. Probably not since like 1913 or something. That sounds like 1913 era bullying.
No, I just remember when I was 6, for some reason, my SFJ parents, at least I think they're SFJs, allowed me to dye, like get blonde highlights in my hair and get my ear pierced, and then I proceeded to be bullied by the other kids, but no one ever bullied me for being doubting.
How old are you?
21.
Are you better? You said you're better at drawing pictures, huh? Or was that somebody else?
That was Robert.
That was Robert. Are you better at drawing pictures or making music? Singing songs?
Trying to think. I have more experience with making music. I've been playing guitar for many years. I'm not like professional level or anything, but I've been trying to practice drawing pictures more as of lately.
I see. Okay.
Is this amusing you? Are you not entertained, Eric?
I am entertained by Taylor's oblivious plate rattling. That's what I'm entertained by at the moment. It's
What
quite
about my plate rattling?
I said your oblivious plate rattling is quite distracting.
Is it loud?
It's super loud. Yeah.
I don't know the strength of my own speakers apparently.
Or if you're on plates, you bought the loud plates. I told you, I was like, dude, get the quiet plates.
I didn't buy plates. I've thrown away plates before.
Okay, good. So therefore, it's okay.
Stuff just shows up here. I don't know where it comes from.
That proves that the plates that you've retained deserve to be retained.
This is something that I would never bring into the house, a candle and a fish. I don't know where this shit comes from.
Okay, I got pizza tonight too. Anyway, okay, back to you, Ken. The thing that we were talking about was what before I got distracted?
I have no idea.
Me neither. It's okay.
I'm not good with remembering what I was just talking about.
Oh, I want to talk to you about music more. Right. So, do you feel as though do you receive melodies? Like, do you feel like you suddenly have in your head a new song periodically?
Not so much like an entirely new song. Sometimes I have the issues of when I pick up my guitar, I find myself playing the same riffs I've kind of been practicing, and I kind of like want to create something new, but sometimes I feel like sometimes it'd be helpful if I had someone else to collaborate with. I kind of play just by myself.
Well, you should send me some stuff.
All right.
And let's do something. I don't know. Like, do you have songs that you've written or what? Like, I need to know more. Like, what
No, I haven't written anything.
Do you have riffs that you've written?
I've made riffs. Yeah.
Okay, well, just send me some, and I'll incorporate them. I can build a song around them or something like that.
I'd have to record some, but all right.
All right, cool. I'm always encouraging musical collaboration. Some will end up coming together, some of them don't. But I think it's always fun to try and see. Who knows? You know? Sometimes people end up being a good match with each other, and then you never know. I'm a big believer in the seed strewing philosophy that one throws lots of seeds, and that's a good thing to do. Okay, well, anything else we want to say to or ask Ken C before we move on from this video? All right, well, thank you for being a guest. I think you're an INFJ. You sound like an INFJ now that you mention it, or now that I've realized you're not an INFP.